England have survived the chaos. They have survived the pressure. They have survived the kind of World Cup nights that usually break them. But now comes something different. Not a nation, not a system, not a tactical puzzle. A striker, Erling Haaland. 7 goals in 5 games. Brazil already felt it, and now England are standing in front of the same problem. One run, one cross, one mistake, one finish. That is all he needs. This is why England have a serious Haaland problem. Now, let's talk about what really makes him so dangerous. This is what makes Haaland different. Most strikers need rhythm. They need touches. They need the game to come to them. Haaland does not. He can disappear for 20 minutes. He can look isolated. He can barely touch the ball. Then one center back checks his shoulder too late. One fullback holds the line half a second too long. One midfielder loses the second ball. And suddenly the match has changed. England are not just defending a striker. They are defending the fear that one mistake might be enough. But let's talk about England for a second. England are not just playing Norway, they are playing expectation. 60 years of it, 1966, the pain of every near miss. England are expected to win, Norway are not. Now, let's see who else Norway have. The lazy version of this game is simple. Stop Haaland, stop Norway. But that is not the full truth anymore. Norway are not just a long ball team waiting for one superstar. Martin Odegaard gives them control. He gives them pause. He gives them the pass before the pass. He does not need to dominate every minute. He only needs one angle, one look, one clipped ball over the top, and Haaland is already moving. That is the chain. Odegaard receives. England hesitate. Haaland starts hunting. So let's talk about the tactics. So what do England do? If they defend high, Haaland attacks the space behind. If they defend deep, Norway can load the box. If they double Haaland, Odegaard gets room. If they step toward Odegaard, Haaland waits on the shoulder. That is the trap. There is no comfortable answer. A high line sounds brave, but against Haaland, bravery can become arrogance. A deep block sounds safe, but then England invite crosses, rebounds, set pieces, and second balls. The real answer is harder. England have to defend the whole chain. The first pass, the second ball, the wide delivery, the runner behind. Every detail matters, because the details are where Haaland lives. Now, let's give England some credit. England do have answers. They have Kane, they have Bellingham, they have Saka, they have Foden, they have Rice. They have a squad built to win tournaments, not just survive them. And on paper, England are the better team. More depth, more control, more ways to win. But knockout football does not care about paper. It cares about moments. And Norway have the one player who can steal one. But here's a story you are going to love. There is another story inside the story. Jude Bellingham and Erling Haaland. 2 former teammates who once shared the same dressing room at Dortmund. 2 superstars now on opposite sides of a World Cup quarterfinal. But this is not a friendship match. This is the kind of game where reputation changes. Bellingham is England's emotional center. The player who carries the feeling that something is supposed to happen. Haaland is Norway's weapon. The player who carries the feeling that something could happen at any second. One of them moves closer to the trophy. The other becomes part of the other man's story. So let's talk about how you actually stop him. So how do England stop him? The first rule is simple. Do not let Norway run. If England lose the ball cheaply, Haaland becomes almost impossible to manage. The second rule is to protect the space between center back and fullback. That is where diagonal runs become dangerous. The third rule is to make Odegaard play backwards. Do not let him receive on the half turn. Do not give him time to choose the perfect pass. And the fourth rule is set pieces. Because knockout football is brutal. One corner, one free kick, one loose ball. That can be enough. England do not need to fear Norway, but they do need to respect the details. All right, let's wrap this up. So, does England have a Haaland problem? Yes, a serious one. But not only because he scores goals, because he changes how teams think. He makes defenders drop early. He makes midfielders rush passes. He makes goalkeepers hesitate. He makes a normal counterattack feel like a crisis. That is his real power. England are better on paper, more depth, more tournament experience, more ways to win. But Norway have the one thing every underdog dreams of: a player who can make one moment feel unfair. And at this level, one moment can be everything. England are favorites, Norway are dangerous, and Haaland is waiting. So the question is simple: can England stop him? Or is this the night Norway break the World Cup?